think we good now. Yeah, we good. Hey, Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. You understand? And since 1969, the I.S.U.P.K has been the home of the truth. You know what I'm saying? The I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. If you are not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. We are not affiliated with any other so-called Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? They are our brothers, but you know what I'm saying? They are wicked. You know, they not men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? This is Saturday, man. This is the Sabbath service, man. Let's get a Lord a hand, man. Already. This is the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? Houston, Galveston, Port Arthur, and Beaumont. You know what I'm saying? Saturday Sabbath service, where we, you know what I'm saying? Where we dwell in our culture as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? We do what we keep the commandment. You know what I'm saying? We remember the Sabbath to keep it holy, and we do our culture and which is, you know what I'm saying, keeping the commandment, but also the way we do it. You know what I'm saying? We go back to the scripture. You know what I'm saying? We rehearse the righteous acts that's given to us by our forefathers. Man, we read the scriptures in the Hebrew in our native tongue. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lashon Kodash is the native language of Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites. So we read the scriptures in our native tongue, and then we read it in the English, and then we break it down, man, so you get full circle understanding. So that's full circle understanding and full circle keeping our culture, man. That's why the I.S.U.P.K is so special, man. So with that, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. You know what I'm saying? We're in the book of Genesis still. We're gonna get into the Hebrew. If you want to follow us along in the Hebrew, we use the Bible Hub app. You can download it on your phone or your computer. Download Bible Hub, and then what you want to do is you want to go to the interlinear. First, you go to Bible, and then on one of the columns, you go to the interlinear, and then after that, you pick the book, chapter, and verse at the top. You should see the Hebrew or the Greek. It's going to be the Hebrew if it's in the Old Testament, and the Greek if it's the New Testament. That's what the interlinear is. Then you're going to go, and then you're going to go into the book, chapter, and verse. Then you'll be able to read the text in its original language, man. But without any further ado, we're going to get into the service. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start off by doing these prayers, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that, Imadium, which means to stand. No, don't make, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. All right, state your name and registry. Malakia, Banyahawada, Banyashala. Yahabashim Yahweh Brakatah. Layashala. Scroll. Sar, which means turn. We're going to turn and face east. And then we're going to get into these prayers, man. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Quadash.
Quadash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwatcha.
Malakwatcha.
Saba'ah.
Saba'ah.
Ratzazayaka.
Ratzazayaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Ba'ratazah.
Ba'ratazah.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Lathanlanawa.
Sananawa.
Lacham.
Lacham.
Call.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Kawathnawa.
Kawathnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kawathinawa.
Kawathnawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Taba'ayanawa.
Ba'aynawa.
Manasayawan.
Banasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashayanawa.
Shaynawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwath.
Blackwatt.
Wahala.
Wa'ala.
Wahata Parath.
Wa'ata Para.
La'awalamium.
Wa'awalamyam.
Aman.
Aman.
In the English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth as it is in heaven.
In earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts,
And forgive us our debts.
as we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation.
but deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom.
and the power,
And the power.
and the glory,
And the glory.
forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
Babakashah.
Abukashah.
Nathanlanawa.
Sananawa.
Hakak.
Hakha.
Hakak.
Hakha.
Larapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Call Makala.
Kal Makala.
Wakal Marawa.
Kal Madawa.
Hakak.
Hakha.
Latahar.
Latzahar.
Ha Matzarayim.
Hamatazarayim.
Hakak.
Hakha.
Lahakwayam.
Rahmayam.
Hamathiam.
Hamathiyam.
Hakak.
Hakha.
All Wakawath.
Al-Rakawat.
Hatama Allah.
Atama-Allah.
Lagarashan.
Nagarashan.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
In the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahawashi.
In the name of Yahawashi.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness
Power to heal all manner of sickness
and all manner of disease.
and all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out
Cast them out.
in the name of Yahawashi.
In the name of Yahawashi.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
Barak Lanawa.
Rakmanah.
Wa Yasha'ala.
Wayasha'ala.
Waha.
Waha.
Bayath Saparium.
Bayath-Saparim.
Barak.
Barak.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
Ba'ashem Yahawashi.
The water Aman.
The water Aman.
In the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahawashi.
In the name of Yahawashi.
Bless us
Bless us
and Israel
and Israel
and the school.
and the school.
In the name of Yahawashi.
In the name of Yahawashi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
All.
All.
Haharium.
Baharim.
Ma'ayan.
Mayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Izariah.
Isaiah.
Izariah.
Isaiah.
Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Amawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Ayanawam.
Ayanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hanala'ah.
Anala'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayishan.
Ayashan.
Shawamar.
Shalamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Ayad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ayakayaka.
Ayakaika.
Wayarach.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Alayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai.
Call Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Afnapashka.
Atnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar Tanza'afka.
Yashamar Taza Atka.
Wabawa Aka.
Bawaka.
Ma'aitha.
Ma'aitha.
Wa'id Awalam.
Railam Alam.
In the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eye unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
who made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yasha'ala
he that keepeth Yashara'ala
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Allahayim,
all Damiyalaka,
all Damiyalakah,
all Thakarash,
all Thakarash,
Wa'al,
all
Sashakwat,
Ashakwat,
all
all
Kaya,
Kayah,
Hana,
Hana,
Awayabika,
Al-Yabika,
Yahama Yawan,
Hawa Yawan,
Wamashanayaka,
Mashanayaka,
Sha'awa,
Sha'awa,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Amika,
Al-Amika,
Ya'ira Yamwa,
Ya'ira Yamwa,
Sawad,
Sawad,
Wayata Ya'ai Tazawa,
Yata Ya'ai Tazawad,
all Tazapawanyaka,
all Tazapawanyaka,
Amarawa,
Amaru,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakak Yadam,
Renakakidam,
Magoya,
Magaya,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Shamna Sha'ala,
Iwad,
Iwad,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa'ai Tazawa,
Wa'ad Tazawad,
Lab,
Lab,
Yakadwa,
Kadwa,
Ayaka,
Ayaka,
Baryath,
Baryat,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Ahoya,
Ahoya,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wa Yashamai Aliyam,
Wayashamai Alayam,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'abba,
Wahagariam,
Wahagariam,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa Amawan,
Wa'amawan,
Wa Amalak,
Wa'amalak,
Palashath,
Palashat,
Amyashabia,
Amnishabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gum Ashawar,
Gum Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawad,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salat,
Aishalaham,
Aishalaham,
Kamadian,
Kamani,
Kasiyah,
Kat,
like Kasiyah Sara'ah, Kasiyah Sara'ah,
Kasayasa Ra'ah,
Kayabian,
Yabi,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Koyashawan,
Koyashawan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadru,
Ba'ayan the Ira,
Ayin the Ira,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La Adama,
La'adama,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Nadiamawa,
Nadiyamu,
Ka Irab,
Kairab,
Wakaza Abba,
Wakaza Abba,
Wakaza Abak,
Wakaza Bak,
Wakatazal Manai,
Wakatazal Manai,
Ka Nasiakamwa,
Paul Nasiya Kamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarawa,
Amarwa,
Nayarasha,
Nayarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Af,
Af,
Na'awath,
Na'awath,
Alahayim,
Allahayam,
Alahaya,
Allahaya,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Kagogala,
Kagagala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
La Panya,
Lafanya,
Rukwa,
Rakwa,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Taba Ira Ya'ira,
Ira Yaira,
Wakad Lahaba,
Wakala Abba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Haryam,
Haryam,
Khan,
Khan,
Tharadapma,
Nawadabma,
Basa Irika,
Basa Irika,
Wabasa Wapaska,
Basa Patka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'ah,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Palawan,
Wayaba Kwashwa,
Yabakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayaba Harwa,
Yabaharwa,
Ida Ide,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Yakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Yabadwa,
Wayada Iwa,
Yadaiwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Ata,
Ata,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labarka,
Badka,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
all call Harataza
all Kaha Rakaza,
in the English. Keep not thou silence,
keep not thou silence,
O power,
O power,
hold not thy peace,
hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
and be not still,
O power,
O power,
for lo,
for lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
come,
come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
that the name of Yasha'Allah
In the name of Yahshua Allah,
may be no more in remembrance.
maybe no more in remembrance,
For they have consulted together with one consent.
for they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against thee,
the tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the
and
Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the
the
Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also is joined with them.
Assur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make them nobles like a red,
and like Zeeb.
and like Zed.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes as Zabah,
all the princes as Sabbath,
and as Zalmunna,
and as Zamunna,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves the houses of the power in possession.
let us take to ourselves the houses of power and possession.
O my power,
O my power,
make them like the wheel,
make them like the wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth a wood,
as the fire burneth a wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempests,
I'll persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
make them afraid with thy storm,
Fill their faces with shame,
fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the earth.
art the most high over all the earth.
Sorry. All right, Shabian, which means you may be seated. You can move the horn. No, this one's like it. The water up. Let's get them the prayers at hand, man. Yeah. Shabian, which means you can sit it down. And the prayers are a beautiful thing, man. Every week. You know what I'm saying? We fail not to, you know what I'm saying, face the east, talk to our power. You know what I'm saying? Remind him that we in hell, man. Just like we were when those prayers were first written. You know what I'm saying? We still under the same oppression of the heathens, and we still feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? We got to remind the Most High. I mean, not that he needs us to remind him, but it's a beautiful thing that when we speak to him, like his children, and he's our father. You know what I'm saying? If we do what he says, you know what I'm saying? If we get it right, that's what I.S.U.P.K is here, to show you how to get it right. You know what I'm saying? If we get it right and we do what he says, then when we speak to him, he's gonna say, "No problem, my son. No problem, my daughter. I got you." That's what that's all about. So yeah, we about to get into the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? This brother's about to read. We're in the book of Genesis, chapter 40, verse 5. Again, you can follow along with the Bible Hub app. That's what we're about to get into right now. Second to pull it up, Babu Kashai. Genesis 40 and 5 or 40 and 9.
So I think it's 40 and 5.
Yeah, 40 and 5. And before we get into it, I know this is later than normal, so Salakia Israel, if we caught you off guard with the Sabbath service, you know what I'm saying? We had to take care of some things earlier, but we still gonna rock and roll, man. You know what I'm saying? We love this. This is what we live for. So we not gonna miss a beat. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? If you at home, join in with us, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Or you can catch us on the YouTube or the Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Later at your convenience, but you know what I'm saying? We gonna get it done. So whenever you're ready, I'm not gonna be able to help you with the cat. I told you to put it back there.
You know what? I'm just let her chill out for now.
I'll try to help you later if she's back or something.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 40, verse 5 in the Hebrew. Wayakal Mawah. Kalawam. Shana Yaham. Ayash. Kalamawa. Bala Yala. Akkad. Ayash. Kapad. Kapad.
Go to 12. Go to 40 to 12.
40. Kapad. Thara. 1. Kala Mawa, Hama Shakwa, Waha Apa, Ashar, La Malak, Matazariam, Ashar, Asa Wa Rayam, Baba Yath, Hasahar, verse 6, Wayaba'a, Allah Yahum, Yawasap, Baba Kwar, Wayara'a, Atham, Wahannam, Za'ai Payam, verse 7, Waya Sha'al, Ath, Sarai, Yesaya, Para'ai, Para'aiha, Ashar, Athawa, Bama Shamar, Bayath, Adanyawa, La Amar, Madara'ai, Kanyakam, it's like a Panyakam, Ra'ayam, Hayawam, verse 8, Waya, Amarwa, Alayawa, Kalawam, Khala, Manawa, Wapathar, Ayan, Athawa, Wayamar, Allahum, Yawasap, Halawa'a, La Alahayam, Patha, Patharanya, Saparwa, Na'a, Laya, verse 9, Wayasapar, Shar, Hama, Hamash Quayam, Ath, Kalamawa, La Yawasap, Waya Amar, Lawa, Bakala, Wamaya, Wahanaha, Gapan, Lapanya, verse 10, Waba, Gapan, Shalash, Sharayagam, Wahaya, Wahaya'a, Kapar Kath, Ilata, Natazaha, Haba, Shayalawa, Ashaka, Lathya, Ainabayam, verse 11, Waka Wasa, Paraiha, or Pariah, Bayadia. Wa'akwak. Ath. I Nabaya. Nabayam. Wa'a. Sure. Sure.
know what I'm saying? So that story went. And then after that, we found out the next chapter last week was where Joseph is in Egypt. And Joseph, the Lord was with Joseph the whole time, even when he was back with his brothers. It may not seem like it, but the Lord has always been with Joseph. And then in Egypt, you know what I'm saying, he was sold into slavery, but the Lord is with him so much, he made the slavery, you know what I'm saying, turn out to be something that was great. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the Lord was with him, Pharaoh, you know, or the person that was over him, I think it was Pharaoh's officer, he he said, you know what I'm saying, you in control of my house. You know what I'm saying? You're overseer of my house, everything. Everything that all of my belongings, all of my goods, all of my workers, you're in charge of it all. You know what I'm saying? And he was sold onto this person. So he's in charge of all of it in Egypt. He got this position of power. And the Lord is with him. But the officer, the Egyptian officer's wife, tries to, you know what I'm saying, set Joseph up, and she succeeds. So she tries to sleep with Joseph, and pretty much cry out, you know what I'm saying, he sexually abused me, or you know what I'm saying, he had his way with me, or he tricked me into lay with him. He's a bad person. He shouldn't be in our house. She pretty much Joseph. He was righteous. He wasn't gonna do it, and he didn't do it. But you know what I'm saying? She tried to grab him one time. She went to him countless times talking about lay with me, Joseph. Lay with me. You know what I'm saying? My husband's gone. Lay with me. And he like, nah, man, I'm in charge of all this. And this how you come to me? You are a real, you know what I'm saying, down dirty dog of a woman. And then one time, you know what I'm saying, he was in his garment, and she grabbed a hold of his garment, and he just like, man, he took the garment off and kind of got away from her like while she grabbed it. And then what she did was, you know what I'm saying, he got out of the jam, but she had his garment in his hand. She felt so, what's the word? Embarrassed, if you will. She felt so embarrassed that he kept turning her down, that she did what she wanted to do and used his garment as the trap. She went to everybody and said, man, that brother laid with me. Here's his garment. You know what I'm saying? Or, did she say he laid with me? Yeah, she cried rape. Yeah, it's like a sexual abuse. So she cried sexual abuse and said, here's his garment. He left his garment. You know what I'm saying? And here, this is what I have to prove. You know what I'm saying? He sexually abused me while y'all gone. Y'all got this so-called righteous Israelite in our house, man. He doing this. We got to get away with him. So then the husband came back. The officer came back, had him thrown in jail. Joseph in jail. So this what we're picking up today is Joseph is in jail. And remember, the Lord has always been with Joseph, even in that time of Joseph being in jail. Even in time of he's been with the Lord has been with Joseph through his captivity, and then the Lord is even with Joseph in jail. I think we read a little bit about that last week also. So the Lord was with Joseph in jail, made his sentence easy. You know what I'm saying? The warden was like, man, I really mess with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to. He set him up, and let me backtrack real quick before we get to where we at. So I want to see how it's in Genesis 40:1. No, it's not 40:1. It's in Genesis 39. Let's go to let's say 19. 39 and 19. Just 39 and 19.
Yeah.
Genesis 39 and 22. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison, and whatsoever they did there, he was the doer of it. So pretty much he's in charge in the prison. He went from being in charge in his captivity in Pharaoh's officer's house to then getting locked up, and now he's in charge of the prison. You know, so he's eating good. He's not having to watch his back, worry about people trying to unalive him or beat him up or anything. He's in charge in the prison because the Lord is with him, man. Even though things might be looking rough, you know what I'm saying, when the Lord is with you, the Lord is with you. He gonna make a way for you to be all right. So now he's in the prison. We're about to hear about two people that come to him in the prison. You know what I'm saying? Asking them for help. So, well, no, we read that we had 40 and 5, huh? So, yeah. So in 40 and 1, two people came to him in a prison. They got sent to the prison from Pharaoh, a baker and then a butler. You know what I'm saying? A baker and a butler. They were both imprisoned by Pharaoh, and you know what I'm saying? I guess they, you know what I'm saying, in prison with him, and they had these dreams. We're about to read about, you know what I'm saying, what goes on at that point. He's just doing his time with other people that got imprisoned by Pharaoh. So Joseph is in prison doing his time. These are the people he's with. This is what's going on. So you could go ahead and pick it up. We have 40 and 5.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 40 verse 5 in the English. And they dreamed a dream, both of them, each man his dream in one night, each man according to the interpretation of his dream, the butler and the baker of the king of Egypt, which were bound in the prison. Verse 6, and Joseph came in unto them in the morning, and looked upon them, and behold, they were sad. Verse 7, and he asked if Pharaoh's officers that were with him in the ward of his lord's house, saying, wherefore look ye so sadly today? And they said unto him, we have dreamed a dream, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph said unto them, do not interpretations belong to God? Tell me them, I pray you. And the chief butler told his dream to Joseph, and said to him in my dream, behold, a vine was before me, and in the vine were 3 branches, and it was as though it budded, and her blossoms shot forth, and the clusters thereof brought forth ripe grapes. And Pharaoh's cup was in my hand, and I took the grapes, and pressed them into Pharaoh's cup, and I gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand. And Joseph said unto him, this is the interpretation of it. The 3 branches are 3 days.
That's where it stops.
So let's stop.
All right, so pretty much, brothers, the baker and the butler, they had these dreams, and they were sad because they were heavy dreams. You know what I'm saying, everybody has had that dream where it's like that dream really meant something. I don't know exactly what it meant, but there was something about that dream that, you know what I'm saying, I was supposed to see that dream. I was supposed to experience that dream the way I experienced it. It was heavy. So these brothers in prison, I don't know if they're brothers or not, but these men are in prison, and they're sad because they don't know. They had heavy dreams, but they didn't know, you know what I'm saying, what the meaning of them was. And Joseph, being a man of the Lord, I'm not gonna go ahead and say he's a priest, but I'm definitely gonna call Joseph a prophet. You know what I'm saying? That a prophet. Let's look up. I looked it up. I think I got it pulled up. I'll pull it up again. Prophet. I'm using my Google machine to get the definition of prophet. So this is the Google Dictionary definition of prophet. A person regarded as an inspired teacher or proclaimer of the will of God. So proclaimer of the will of God is really the part that I'm liking. What a prophet is somebody that says what God wants to be said. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we are priests and prophets. We're priests because we uphold the law, the biblical law, we teach the biblical law, and we uphold the culture and teach the culture of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And all of the whole complete Bible. You know what I'm saying? We teach the culture, we teach the wisdom, and we uphold all of it. That's what makes us priests. You know, so we're prophets because we're doing the work of the Lord. We're saying what the Most High wants us to be said. You know what I'm saying? The prophet in us is when we go on and cry aloud and spare none at camp. Telling people that they're not supposed to be voting because that's not what God wants. That's the prophet in us. The priest in us is when we teach you Lashon Kodash, how to read and write Hebrew, and like this brother is doing, this priest right here doing, reading the Bible in the Hebrew. You know, so that's the priest in us. So I don't know if Joseph was actually a priest. He may have been. You know what I'm saying? It's lucky for not knowing. but he was definitely a prophet. And he was a prophet because he said what God wanted to be said. He was able to interpret their dreams, and because people mistake the word prophet for somebody that can tell the future. It's not somebody that can tell the future, or says the future. It just so happens that God, what I'm saying, the Most High is usually giving warning signs to people, and then when they need something broken down, a prophet will tell them, "Hey, God is warning you that this is about to happen." But it's not the person saying the future; it's the person saying what God wants to be said. So that's what Joseph did. Joseph told them, well, I don't think we got into it. We're at let me see where you stopped at 12. Yeah, so Joseph is just about to. We stopped at 12. These brothers had these men had dreams, and Joseph is saying he said in verse 8, "Do not interpretations belong to God?" You know what I'm saying? God is the one that like God is the one that want these visions revealed to you. You know what I'm saying? So when he said that, so at that point, you know what I'm saying, a wise man would know what this brother has to say after this is coming from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not saying, "Oh, I think this means this," or "Let me read your palm," or you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? The lines on your palm mean this, or my crystal ball says this. He's saying, he's pretty much stating that he knows a little bit about God. You know what I'm saying? And he does. So, he knows a lot about God. So then that's when he goes forth and say, "Tell me the dreams." You know what I'm saying? And I'll do what I can, you know what I'm saying, with my knowledge, understanding of the Most High and what the Most High's will is. So that's what he goes. The man tells him about the vines in his dream, and then Joseph is about to break down a dream about the man's vine, the man in the vineyard with the vines and the grapes, and giving the cup to Pharaoh. He's gonna break it down. But we got to go back to the Hebrew, and then we'll see what's up after the Hebrew. So now we're going back to the Hebrew.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 40, verse 13 in the Hebrew. Ba'aiwad, Shalashath, Yum Yum, Yasha'a, Para'aya, Ath, Ra'ashaka, Waha, Shayabka, Io, Kanaka, Wana, Wanath, Wanathatha, Kawasa, Pariah, Bayadwa, Kama Shapat, Hara'ah Shawan, Ashar, Hayayath, Masha, Kohar,
Maybe.
wait, Masha,
Which one you at? 14?
at the end of 13.
At the end of 13? Cupbearer, his cupbearer.
Khan,
Mashak, Mashak Wahawa, Mashak Wahawa.
Mashakwahawa. Verse 14. Kaya, Zakah, Zakar, Thanaya,
Zakarathnaya.
Zakarathnaya,
I don't think Zah is a prefix. So that's why I got to go through the whole word with that one. Zakarathnaya.
Athka, Ka Ashar, Yayatab, Laka, Wa I Shayath, Na'a, Imadia, Chasad, Wahaza Karathnia, all, pariah, wa, wahawa, wahawa taza'a, thanaya, mun, habayath, hazah. Verse 15, kaya, ganab, ganabathia, ma arataza, ha'aibarayam, wagum, pa, la'ab, aishayathia, ma'a, mama, kaya, shamawa, athaya, baba war. Verse 16, ra'a, shar, ha'a, payam, kaya, tawa, pathar, pathar, waya amar, all, yawasap, apa, anaya, bakala, wamayam,
Bakalawamya. Bakalawamya.
vachalawamya, YAHANNA, shalash, salaya, charya, il, ra'ashaya. Verse 17, wabasal, il, yawan, makal, ma'akal, pariah, ma'asha, apa, waha'ai, wapa, wait, waha'ai, wap, akal, athum, mun, asal, ma'il, ra'ashaya. Verse 18, waya'ain, yawasap, waya'amar, za, patharunya, looks like it, patharunwa, shalashath, yum, hum. Verse 19, ba'aiwad, shalashath, yum, yasha'a, pariah, ath, ra'ashaka, ma'al, ma'al yaka, wasala, awathka, il, itaza, akal, ha'aiwap, ath, bashraka, ma'al yaka. Verse 20, yahaya, bayawam, hashalai, yeshaya, wayam, haladath, ath, pariah, waya'isha, mashata, lakal, ibadiwa, wayasha'a, ath, Ra'asha, Shar, Hamaquayam, Wa'atha, Ra'a, Ra'ash, Shar,
Masha, Waya.
Hamashaquayam, Wa'ath, Ra'ashah, Shara, Ha'ap, Ha'apim, Bathawaka, Ibadiwa.
Most High in Christ.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 40, verse 13 in the English. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thine head and restore thee unto thy place.
So a little bit of backtracking on the dream. The man said it was 3 vines, and from those 3 vines in the dream he had, was the 3 vines made these real big grapes, and then although he used those big grapes to put I guess wine in the cup, and he gave the wine to Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying that's pretty much the synopsis of that man's dream. And my Ottawa just got a word from my Ottawa. Joseph was a priest, so that makes sense because usually a priest is a prophet, or it takes a prophet to be a priest because we already looked up prophet. Prophet is somebody that says what God wants, and a priest is somebody that knows what God wants. A priest is somebody that's do the studying and walking the walk, and they're able to talk the talk. You know what I'm saying? A priest, not any priest. A Catholic priest is just abomination and a what's the word? A poser? Is that word? I can find a better word than poser. What's the real word? It's like I can't even think of it. It's like but he is somebody that's pretending to be that man, that righteous man. That's what your Catholic priest is. But the men of the Lord and the I.S.U.P.K are the real priests. We know the Bible. We know the truth about the Bible, and that's what we use to do the work. That's what we use to spread knowledge and to carry out this culture. And that's what Joseph knew. You know what I'm saying? Joseph's father and Joseph's father's father's father and Joseph's father's 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 father had a connection with the Most High. So pretty much all of the sons of Jacob, the sons of Israel, they know about the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They know about their culture. They know about the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm not gonna say all of them were priests, but Joseph happened to be a priest. You know what I'm saying? So it's lucky. So the dream that the man had was 3 vines. The grapes he had 3 vines. He got grapes from 3 vines. He squeezed those grapes. From those grapes came wine or juice or what have you. And then he put that in the cup and gave it to Pharaoh. So now Joseph is interpreting the dream. He said those 3 vines were 3 days. You continue with the next verse, if you could. 13.
And thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup into his hand after the former manner when thou was his butler. Verse 14. But think on me when it shall be well with thee, and shew kindness, I pray thee, unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house. Verse 15. For indeed I was stolen away out of the land of the Hebrews, and here also have I done nothing, that they should put me into the dungeon. When the chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, he said unto Joseph, I also was in my dream, and behold, I had 3 white baskets on my head, and in the uppermost basket there was all of manner of baked meats for Pharaoh, and the birds did eat them out of the basket upon my head. And Joseph answered and said, This is the interpretation thereof. The 3 baskets are 3 days. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thy head from off thee, and shall hang thee on a tree, and the birds shall eat thy flesh from off a tree.
So real quick, the first dream that the first guy had, you know what I'm saying? It was good news to the guy. You know what I'm saying? It was news saying that yeah, you in 3 days, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be back with Pharaoh, and you're gonna be his butler again. You're gonna be out of these dungeons. You're gonna be out of this prison. And you're gonna be back with Pharaoh again. You're gonna be his butler. Everything gonna be good. You're gonna be good. 3 days, 3 vines, and a cup. You're gonna be giving him a cup. You're gonna be back to your butler work. But the baker said, "Man, I had a basket of What do you say? I had 3 baskets of bread, or I had a basket with 3 pieces of bread.
You said he had like 3.
Get 3 baskets. I guess he had. I don't know how he had 3 baskets on his head, but he had them. He had 3 baskets upon his head. But he said the birds was eating out of the baskets. I guess he could hold 3 baskets and then above his head. It's not that crazy. But yeah, so he was holding 3 baskets up, and the baskets were filled with bread, and birds were eating the bread out of the baskets. And he asked for the interpretation of that dream. And the interpretation of that dream wasn't so pleasant. The interpretation of that dream was that, you know what I'm saying, you in the 3 baskets is 3 days. You're gonna be back. You're gonna be out of here in 3 days, but you're not gonna be going back to your baker's work. You're gonna be hung from a tree. Pharaoh is gonna hang you, and then birds are gonna eat your flesh. 3 days is 3 baskets. Still 3 baskets is still 3 days, and you're gonna be up out of here. But you're not gonna go back to being a baker. Birds are gonna be eating you. So sometimes, you know what I'm saying, what the priests and prophets have to say is good. It's always good. It's like, because it's the word of the Lord. But sometimes it's pleasant. So sometimes we want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? When we out here teaching the truth, sometimes people want to hear, oh yeah, black and brown people, the God's true chosen people, right on. I'm all with that. But they don't want to hear, hey, you're not supposed to eat pork. You're not supposed to. The white man's the devil. The Bible speaks of. You can't lay with white women. You can't lay with white women. You can't eat pork, and you can't celebrate Christmas at Big Mama's house. They don't want to hear all that. Sometimes it's bad news to them, but it's still the truth, man. So that's what the brother had to give him. You know what I'm saying? The brother had one dream with the what's the word, happy ending, or not happy ending, but you know what I'm saying, a peaceful outcome, and the other dream was the truth with a more grim outcome, but it's all the truth, and it's what the Lord wanted. It's what the Lord wanted these people to hear. So we're pretty much at the end. I think you had one more, right? You had to read 20.
Right.
Go ahead, sir.
Verse 20. And it came to pass the 3rd day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, that he made a feast unto all his servants. And he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among his servants.
So Pharaoh's birthday came, and he's talking about getting lifted up the head. Means he's about to call out for these people. You know what I'm saying? He's about to call out for makes good sense. He's about to kind of like these words are slipping my mind. He's about to kind of like the word starts with an A. I kind of like kind of it's not addressed, but I guess he's about to send out for these people. He wants to get them. He wants to get the people. Like I can't think of the words.
Like assassinate?
No, not assassinate them. In the beginning of grammar school, you know when the teacher comes out and the class is sitting there and the teacher comes like, okay, y'all ready to come to class? Like, what's that word that she does that? She's like assembling the people to, She's kind of like getting them together for. I can't think of the word.
It's over with an
I thought it started with a. I'm just coming. It's at the tip of my head. It starts with an A. It's like pretty much like, all right, y'all ready? Like, come on, class, come on, people. Like, I'm getting y'all ready to come with me. I can't think of
A.
it, but I broke it down. I broke it down around the word so well. I guess you understand what I'm talking about. So Pharaoh, what's it say? Send forth, lifted up the head. Lifted up the head pretty much means he's 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 sending forth for the people to come back, but not come back, but come out of where they are. Just stand up. You know what I'm saying? Stand up. It's coming back to me. I'm not gonna waste too much time on it.
Like attention.
Attention. That's where we getting there. Call to attention. That's perfectly it. That's perfectly it. Attention is gonna work. So a lift up the head is like calling to attention and saying, you know what I'm saying? We ready for y'all. Y'all two people. You know what I'm saying? Attend hut. You know what I'm saying? Get ready. You know what I'm saying? So Pharaoh he had a birthday. He want all of his servants to be there, and he sent attention to the baker and the servant. We gotta go back to the Hebrew, but we pick up exactly where we are after the Hebrew.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 40, verse 21 in the Hebrew. YAHANNA, Ath, Shara.
I should have had you read this whole book before. It's a lot here.
Hamash Koyam.
Just read the end of this chapter, and then we're gonna quickly wrap up this chapter, and then we can do 10 in the next chapter.
Alright. Io. Hamash. Hamashak. Hamash. Hamash.
So we get
Kwahawa.
you had the cupbearer again. Mashaquayim. Mashaquayim. The cupbearer, right?
Right.
Ha. You say the ha. You pause a little bit. Mashaquayim. Mashaquayim.
No. It's after Io.
Oh. The just Mashaquayim. Oh, that's not Mashaquayim. Mashaqua Hawa.
Mashakwahawa. Wayathan. Hapawasa. Io. Kapa. Pariah. Verse 22. Wa'ath. Shara. Ha'apayam. Salah. Kashar. Bathar. Lahum. YAHANNA. Verse 23. Wala'ah. Zakar. Shara. Hamashaquayam. Ath. YAHANNA. Wayash. Kaha. Hawa. This is Genesis 41, verse 1 in the Hebrew.
No, don't read that.
Oh, no?
We're gonna end this chapter while we're thinking about it. I don't want to go into that one yet. Not man. We could go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me start where?
Yeah, well, just read back to the English. We was at 20. I just want to end the thought of Genesis 40 before we read the Hebrew of the next book.
We could do that.
We could do that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do it. So we at Genesis. We're going back to the English real quick, just to finish Genesis 40.
This is Genesis chapter 40, verse 21 in the English. And he restored the chief butler unto his butlership again, and he gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand. But he hanged the chief baker, as Joseph had interpreted to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph, but forgot him.
So pretty much what Joseph said came to light. You know what I'm saying? It came exactly what how Joseph said. The chief butler went back to being a butler for the Pharaoh, and he even gave him a cup of wine on his birthday. But the hanger, the baker, got hung, just like Joseph said. This happened in 3 days, like Joseph said too. Pharaoh's birthday was in 3 days. Joseph didn't know Pharaoh's birthday was in 3 days. Joseph just knew, given by those brothers' dreams, they be not in that prison anymore in 3 days. One hanged and one back where he was, back to the same job he had. And remember, Joseph was like, man, hold. And Joseph knew that one brother was going back to be a butler for Pharaoh. He was like, man, hold me down, man. Tell Pharaoh I'm out here, man, and I'm wrongly accused. So try to get me out of here. Tell him I'm interpreting dreams. Is that what he's saying? Hold on, read the last verse one more time. He forgot to do what for him?
He didn't remember Joseph.
He didn't. No, he didn't. He remembered Joseph, but he just didn't remember to do what Joseph asked. Joseph asked. So we had 40. Yeah, so back to 40 and 14. But think on this is when he broke down the dream of the branches. But think on me when it shall be, when well with thee, and show kindness, I pray thee, unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house. So pretty much he's saying, he asking the butler, and when you go back to being a butler for Pharaoh, you know, to throw in a good word for me so I could get up out of jail. Like I've been wrongfully accused. I'm not even supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Try to get me out of here. And then when the dreams came to light and the butler went back to him, just like this priest said, he forgot about Jacob. He didn't throw him no good word. But he gonna remember Jacob soon though. But that's what we're gonna get into in the next chapter. So yeah, we gotta go back to the Hebrew. Let's see how many we should do. We'll start off with 10. If you go through 10 real fast, we'll add a little bit on so we can kind of speed things up.
Read from 1 to 10.
Yeah, about the shot.
This is Genesis chapter 41, verse 1 in the Hebrew. YAHANNA, BLACKWATCH, Shanathium, Yum, HaPariah, Shalom, YAHANNA, Imad, I.O, Ara. Verse 2. YAHANNA, Man, Ara, Ilath, Shabai, Parwath, Yapawasa, Yapawath, Mara'ah, Wabara, Ya'ath, Bashar, Watha, Ra'ai, Yana, Ba'ak, Ba'akawa. Verse 3. YAHANNA, Shabai, Parawath, Akarawath, Ilawath, Akha, Rahan, Muslim, Akhar, Yahan, Man, Haya'ara, Ra'ai, Watha, Mara'ah, Wadakwatha, Bashar, wasa I, wasa I mad na, atazal, haparwath, il, shapath, haya'ara, verse 4, watha, a, akal na, haparwath, ra'aiwath, hamara'a, wa dekwath, habashar, ath, shabai, haparwath, yapath, hamara'a, wahab, raya, atha, waya, yakwataza, pariah, verse 5, waya, yashun, wayach, wayachalam, shanyath, wahanna, shabai, shabalayam, ilawath, bakwana, achad, barai, ya'a, watha, wa tawab, watha, verse 6, wahana, shabai, shabalayam, da kwawath, washad, wapath, quadayam, taza, machawath, chara, ahora, yahan, verse 7, watha, balaina, hasha, balayam, hadakwawath, ath, shabai, hasha, balayam, habar, ya'awasa, wahamala, awath, waya, yakwataza, pariah, wahana, chawam, verse 8, wayahaya, babakwar, watha, ha'aim, wakwa, wayashalach, wa yakwara'a, ath, call, khatamya,
Rock, Koratami. You got it, Koratami.
matazarayam, wa'ath, call, chakamya, wayasapar, pariah, laham, ath, chamawa, wa'ayan, pawathar, our thumb, la pariah, verse 9. Verse 9. We are debar, shara, hamashkoyam, atha, pariah, la mar, ath, chasta, ayah, anayah, mazaka yara, hayawam, verse 10. Pariah, Quatazap, Io, Ibadiwa, Wayathun,
Go to 13. Finish at 13.
Athia, Bamash,
So we at 10.
Bamashmar, Bayath, Shara, Hatab Hayam, Athia, Waatha, Shara, Ha'apayam, verse 11, Wanach, Kalma, Khalwam, Bala Yala, Akkad, Anya, Waha'awa, Wayash, Kapath Rawan, Khalmawa, Khalmanwa, verse 12, Washam, Athanawa, Na'ir, Ibaria, Ibad, Lashara, Hatab Chayam, Wanasapar, Lawa, Wiyah, Bathar.
We at 12.
You read 12.
You read 11.
I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. I read 11. This is a really long verse.
Okay. This way.
Lawa, Wiyah, Bathar, Lanawa, Ath, Chala, Mathai, Yanawa, Ayash, Chachalmawa, Bathar. Verse 13, Wiyah Haya, Ka'ashar, Bathar, Lanawa, Khan, Haya, Athya, Hashaya, Io, Kanya, Wa'athwa, no, Wa'athawa, Salah. Right.
That's great. Get a drink. You need some water.
Nah, man. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 41, verse 1 in the English. And it came to pass at the end of 2 full years that Pharaoh dreamed, and behold, he stood by the river. And behold, there came up out of the river 7 well-favored kine and fat-fleshed, and they fed in the meadow. And behold, 7 other kine came up after them out of the river, ill-favored and lean-fleshed, and stood by the other kine upon the brink of the river. And the ill-favored and the lean-fleshed kine did eat up the 7 well-favored and fat kine. So Pharaoh awoke. And he slept and dreamed the second time, and behold, 7 ears of corn came up upon one stalk, rank and good. And behold, 7 thin ears and blasted with the east wind sprung up after them. And the 7 thin ears devoured the 7 rank and full ears. And Pharaoh awoke, And behold, it was a dream. And it came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled, and he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt, and all the wise men thereof. And Pharaoh told them his dream, but there was none that could interpret them unto Pharaoh. Then spake the chief butler unto Pharaoh, saying, I do remember my faults this day. Pharaoh was wroth with his servants, and put me in ward in the captain of the guard's house, both me and the chief baker. And we dreamed a dream in one night, I and he, we dreamed each man according to the interpretation of his dream. And there was there with us a young man, an Hebrew servant to the captain of the guard, and we told him, and he interpreted us our dreams, to each man according to his dream he did interpret. And it came to pass, as he interpreted to us, so it was, me, he restored unto mine office, and him he hanged.
Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? Just like it happens today, you know what I'm saying? With the priests and prophets get remembered and brought to light when they need it. You know what I'm saying? No sweat, we'll take it, you know what I'm saying? Joseph had asked him, he's like, hey, just remember that, you know what I'm saying? Remember about your boy, I gave you this dream, tell Pharaoh I'm in here, man, try to get me out of here. So 2 years passed, and he ain't thinking about that shit. It's like he ain't thinking about that stuff. But when Pharaoh had a dream, he remembered, oh yeah, such and such back in jail, he know how to interpret dreams. He interpreted me and Buddy dream. And it came to light. No sweat. You know what I'm saying? It's not really admirable of a trait to just forget about your brother like that. Well, again, I'm not even sure if he was a brother or not. You don't say if he was a heathen, because he could have been an Egyptian, or he could have been an Israelite. But either way, you know, he forgot about the person that held him down. So when he finally remembered him, that's where we leave off. He told Pharaoh, oh yeah, buddy that I was locked up with know how to interpret dreams. He brought him up, and I'm not sure if we got to the part where Pharaoh gets him out. Did we read that much?
No.
Ah, okay.
Wait, that's the next couple verses.
Yeah. So, and we back to the Hebrew already.
Right.
All right. So yeah, pretty much when we get back to it, Pharaoh gonna get him out, and then we're gonna see what happens to him. And remember, the Lord is with Joseph. Always has been. The Lord is still with Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Even though Buddy is forgetting to mention him to Pharaoh when he tells him about his dreams and 2 years passed, it's okay. It was easy time to Joseph. But we about to go back into the Hebrew. We about to actually, this is going to be the last time. You got 14 more in you? All we got to do is go to 30.
I thought it was more than that.
No, it's 41 and 30.
Oh.
That's why I kind of been having you read a whole bunch of them.
It's just
You read, it's just 41 and 30. You read a whole lot already.
Yeah, we had 14 more.
You think you got 14 more in you? If you want to do it in 2, you can.
I mean, 14. That'll get us to.
I mean 15.
Yeah,
we need
no,
15 and 13. I mean, we need 16.
17.
17. Damn, 17 is a lot. You want to break it in 2?
We could do 7 and 10.
Oh, come on, sound crazy.
Alright. Then we could stop at 21.
Yeah, that'll give you 7 real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do that.
This is Genesis chapter 41, verse 14 in the Hebrew. Wayah Shalach Korah Wayah Korah Ath I.S.U.P.K Wayah Rayah Tazahawa Man Habawar Wayagalach Wayachalap Shama Lathayawa Wayaba'a All Pariah. Verse 15 Wayamar Pariah All I.S.U.P.K, SHALAM, Hala, Mathya, Wafathar, Ayun, Athawa, Wa'anaya, Shama Ithaya, Ilayaka, La Amar, Sashamai, Halawam, Lapathar, Athawa. Verse 16. Wayain, Yawasap, Ath, Pariah, La Amar, Bala, Bala, Idea, Alahayam, Ya'ina, Ath, Shalawam. That's what he meant.
Shalom.
Because technically, because I was talking about it last week during, I think it was Thursday's class, that Shalom technically isn't wrong.
It's not. It's a real word, but they using it wrong. They saying we say shalom and say peace. You know what I'm saying? Peace, brother. You know, peace as a everything is peaceful right now. Peace. Generally saying peace. Shalom means peacing. Like peace is going on. You don't say I don't say when I say blow. It's hard to describe. Shalom
Like,
is
it's
adding a present tense to a word that's already present tense.
because the one will make it plural.
That too. Well, no, it's the wa. The wa after this. That's the shah. Let me get there. What does it say in the? It says peace.
It says of peace.
Shalom. So it's not piecing. It would be shawalam if it was piecing. So shalom. You said the wam makes it plural.
Because usually an at the end will be like plural.
Yeah, it's yum though. Shalayam. Shalam yum. That's what you're thinking.
Mm.
Shalam yum. But yeah, you know, all I know is that's not
So
that's not the way the men above me talking.
it's not grammatically correct.
It's not. They saying they're correct. Just to say peace. Uh, like if I were to say this tastes good, I would say this tastes good. I want to say this tasting good. You know what I'm saying? Something like that along those lines. This tastes good, not this tasting. This tasting's good. This taste. You know what I'm saying? It's something along those lines. But really, it's more disrespectful because they say shalom knowing it's grammatically incorrect. They say it because they want to differentiate themselves from us. The same as the fringes on a T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? They know fringe is not supposed to go on a T-shirt, but they do it anyway. They do it with pride because they want to be different. They want to separate themselves from us because they don't want to get with it. That really means that they they uh, they rather be bold and stupid than admit they wrong and be right. You know what I'm saying? So we don't affiliate ourselves with anybody like that. You gotta be a real piece of work to just be boldly stupid to admit you're wrong and try to be right. Let's finish up. You know what I'm saying? White man gonna take care of me. Not in a good light either. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get to the slave.
Shalom, Pariah. Verse 17. We got the bar, Pariah, all Yawasap, Bachalam, Bachalamya, Hananaya, Imad, Shapath, Haya Ara, verse 18, Wahanaha, Man, Haya Ara, Ilath, Shabai, Harawath, Barya Awath, Bashar, Wayapath, Sarah, Wasara Yana, Ba'achawa, verse 19, Wahanaha, Shabai, Parawath, Achar Wasa, Ayla Wasa, Achar Yahan, Dalawath, Wabra I was Wabra Iwath, Sa'ara, Ma'ad, Wara Korwath, Bashar, La'ah, Ra'ai Yathaya, Kaha Naha, Bakal, Arataza, Matazarayam, La Ra'ai, verse 20, Wasa Akal, Wasa Aka Lana, Haparwath, Harakwam, it's like Harakwath, Wahara Iwasa, Ath, Shabai, Haparwath, Hara Shanawath, Habari Ya'ath, verse 21, Watha Ba'ana, all Korah, Bana, Wala'a, Nawa Da'ai, Kaya, Ba'awa, all Korah, Bana, Wama Ra'a, Yahan, Ra'ai, Kashar, Basakhala, Ra'ai Yakwataza.
How many more you got?
10 more.
I'm almost on the crash. You ran through that hole.
Yeah. This is Genesis chapter 41, verse 14. Then, it's like in the English. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon, and he shaved himself, and changed his raiment, and came in unto Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I have dreamed a dream, and there is none that can interpret it. And I have heard say of thee, that thou canst understand a dream to interpret it. And Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying, It is not in me. God shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, In my dream, behold, I stood upon the bank of the river, and behold, there came up out of the river 7 kine, fat-fleshed and well-favored, and they fed in a meadow. And behold, 7 other kine came up after them, poor and very ill-favored, and lean-fleshed, such as I never saw in all the land of Egypt for badness. And the lean and the ill-favored kine did eat up the first 7 fat kine. And when
So real quick, let me just say this real quick. So the brother just read that Pharaoh got that boy out of the jail when he heard that he interprets dreams. What he did was he put on gave him he had him shaved, put on some clean clothes. So I want to say to that shaving thing. So it's the law. It's part of our law to not cut our flesh to make remembrance for the dead, which is a heathen custom. You know what I'm saying? There's something that the Africans did. They made them little notches in their skin to, you know what I'm saying, almost worship or remember the dead. Like Killmonger did in that little Black Panther movie when he had all those bumps in his skin. That's real life. That Africans used to do that in real life. I don't know if they still do, but that's what we not supposed to do. That's why we don't get tattoos too. That type of cutting the flesh. So shaving, we don't cut. We there's another law that we don't trim the edges of our beard, so we don't get lineups. So those two laws mean put those together. That's why we not shaving with the razor. It's not that we don't want our face to be smooth. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to cut my beard down, I could cut my beard down. And if I wanted to cut the hairs on my right on my cheek, I could use some clippers and cut the hairs on my cheek. You know what I'm saying? But I can't line my beard up, and I can't cut my flesh with the razor. You know what I'm saying? So that's our law. So you could trim your beard. His beard was probably bigger and bolder than Captain Tazariak's beard when he was in jail. So I can't think of some brothers with real big beards. It's hella brothers. I guess I'm one of them brothers, huh? So like it. So his beard was probably like 10 times bigger than mine. So it would look right if he cut it down. It looked like he was doing time. He was doing hard time. So he had to get his stuff right. So that's what it means by shave. You know what I'm saying? So Salakia, I just had to break that down. So he out of jail, he cleaned up, and he's breaking down Pharaoh's dreams for him. Keep going.
You read to 20, right?
Yeah, you already read all of them?
Yeah, I did.
You read all of them in Hebrew, in the English?
Yeah.
Nah, couldn't. I stopped you. You just read like.
Wait, I think I just read 19.
Yeah, you only read 19. Hold on, what you mean? So you start at what you read in the Hebrew?
I read 14 to 20.
In the Hebrew? And you just read up to 19. You read 14 to 19 in the English?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You read 14? I feel like you only read one scripture. You read multiple scriptures?
Yeah.
Oh, Salakia. I guess my head is in too many different places right now. Salakia. So yeah, go ahead and read that last scripture, then we're going to finish it off in the Hebrew.
Verse 20. And the lean and the ill-favored kind did eat up the first 7 fat kind.
All right, yeah, so pretty much that you did read that. Salakia for, you know what I'm saying, second guessing you. So pretty much he's breaking the dream down. The dream that Pharaoh had was that he had 2 different dreams back to back. That's how you know he was troubled. It was something that needs to be broke down. And the first dream he had was some fish. It was some real big fish in this little pond or this little river or whatever. And he saw the fish. Yeah, and out of the fish were.
Wait, Salakia. I think I read an extra one. I read 21.
Oh, you read 21?
Yeah.
It's all good. We can just read. We're starting in Hebrew and read what we're supposed to read. So the fish, the kind he's talking about in the water, were fish, and some of the fish were looking real healthy. And you know when you catch a big fish, the healthy fish were in the pond, but then some real malnourished looking fish, some fish that looked like they were bad. They were beaten up, and then they were you know what I'm saying, they were slim. They weren't meaty. They ain't had no meat on them, and they looking like beat up too. Those fish came and they ate the big fish, and then after they ate the big fish, they didn't even, you know what I'm saying, power up. They didn't get bulk up or nothing like that. They stayed as the, you know what I'm saying, deformed fish. Not deformed, but they stayed as the unpleasant fish, the malnourished fish. So they ate the good fish and stayed bogus. That's the first dream. In the second dream, it was these shucks of corn or these crops or whatever, and they were looking real good, and the crops were looking, and he was about to pick the corn, or you know what I'm saying, shuck, yeah, get the corn off the thing. I don't know what the term is. I know that's not shucking corn, but he was about to harvest the corn or whatever, and then real quickly sprang up some crops of the same crop, some corn that was like bogus looking, like it was like again, I'm gonna use the term malnourished. I can't think of the right word, but it's just like beat up looking crops. You know what I'm saying? They not looking healthy looking. They not looking healthy at all. They're looking real. You know what I'm saying? Sickly. Some sickly looking crops sprang up, and they took the place of the good crops. So Joseph is about to break these dreams down for Pharaoh. Let's get these last 10, and then we can wrap up. You all good?
I'm good.
That's I ain't crazy. You're doing excellent too, as always.
This is Genesis chapter 41, verse 21 in the Hebrew. Watha ba'ana al korah bana wala'a nawa da'ai kaya ba'wa al korah bana watha ra'a yahan ra'ai ka'ashar wasa khala wa'a yakwataza. Verse 22. Wa'ara'a wacha lamaya wahanaha shabai shabalayam ilatha bakwana achad mala'ath watabak watha. Verse 23. Wahanaha shabai shabalayam tazana mawath da kwawath shad shad shada hawath kwadayam. Taza mahwath achar yaham. Verse 24. Watha bala'ain hama ham hashabalayam hadakwath ath shabai hashabalayam hata bawath wa amar al hachar tamayam wa ayan magayad laya. Verse 25. Waya amar yawasab al haraya khalawa haraya akad dawa'a ath ashar ha alahayam aisha ha gayad la paraya. Verse 26. Shabai harath hatabath shabai shanyam hana washabai hashabalayam hatabath shabai shanyam hana chalawam achad hawa'a. Verse 27. Washabai hapa rawath harak kwawath wahara Aitha, Ha'ailath, Achar Yahan, Shabai, Shanyam, Hana, Washabai, Hashabalayam, Hara, Kwawath, Shadapawath, Hakwadayam, Yahayawa, Shabai, Shanya, Ra'aib. Verse 28. Wait, did I say verse 27? No.
We
I,
skipping verses,
I,
man.
I
Lucky, we
didn't
all
say
tired.
27, but I read it.
Yeah, you just start reading it again. You'll know if you read that stuff. You reading a whole different language. That's
I just finished 27, and I didn't say it, though. I don't think I did.
oh, you just didn't say verse
I
27.
just didn't say verse 27.
I no sweat, you good.
Verse
But
20.
make
Yeah,
sure you know what I'm saying. You get on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
If somebody reading along with you, they gonna be like in the lost in the sauce. I'm in here trying to put out other fires. I need you to get on it. It's lucky.
Verse 28. It's like Hawa'a, Hadabar, Ashar, Daba, Rathaya, all, Hariah, Ashar, Ha'alahayim, Aisha, Hara'ah, Ath, Hariah. Verse 29. Hana, Shabai, Shanyam, Ba'awath, Shabai, Gadawal, Bakal, Arataza, Matazarayim. Verse 30. Wa Wakwamawa, Wakwamawa, Shabai, Shanya, Ra'aib, Achar, Yahan, Wana, Shachach, Kal, Hashabai, Ba'arataza, Matazarayim, Wakala, Hara'aib, Ath, Ha'arataza.
Most High in Christ.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 41, verse 21 in the English. And when they had eaten them up, it could not be known that they had eaten them, but they were still ill-favored, as at the beginning. So I awoke. And I saw in my dream, and behold, 7 ears came up in one stalk, full and good. And behold, 7 ears withered, thin, and blasted with the east wind, sprung up after them. And the thin ears devoured the 7 good ears. And I told this unto the magicians, but there is none that could declare it to me. And Joseph said unto Pharaoh, the dream of Pharaoh is one. God hath shewed Pharaoh what he is about to do. The 7 good kine are 7 years, and the 7 good ears are 7 years. The dream is one. And the 7 thin and ill-favored kine that came up after them are 7 years, and the 7 empty ears blasted with the east wind shall be 7 years of famine. This is the thing which I have spoken unto Pharaoh. What God is about to do, he sheweth unto Pharaoh. Behold, there come 7 years of great plenty throughout all the land of Egypt, and there shall arise after them 7 years of famine, and all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine shall consume the land.
Most High in Christ. So, you know what I'm saying? Joseph broke it down. Like those fish that ate the good fish, those fish represented years. You know what I'm saying? And the good fish represented the first 7 years of you know what I'm saying? You know, prosperity in the land of Egypt. But then the seven fish after that that ate the good fish, the ill fish, you know what I'm saying, the sickly fish, those fish represented 7 years of famine. And then it pretty much it was going to end with those fish. The same with the ears of corn. The first ears of corn were, you know what I'm saying, they were healthy and they were nice and they were good. But then the sickly corn came up and sprouted real quickly. And then all you had was 7 years of 7 ears of sickly corn. You know what I'm saying? So in the end, you know what I'm saying, this represented Egypt about to go into famine and 7 years of good, 7 years of prosperity, and then after that 7 years of famine. So this was a good heads up to Pharaoh that Egypt was got to go through this. So you know what I'm saying, Joseph was really doing the work of the Lord. You know what I'm saying. Well, he was really holding them down. You know, he was doing the work of the Lord regardless, but he was holding them Egyptians down. He was holding Pharaoh down by letting them know this. So next week, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna pick up at 31. We're gonna pick up at 31, for Genesis 41 and 31, and it's gonna talk a little bit about how Pharaoh rewards Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, the Lord is with him. You know what I'm saying? Pharaoh is gonna do something to Joseph or for Joseph for breaking all this stuff down for him and helping out the land of Egypt like this. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna pick it up next week. Shit, is there something else? Yeah, if anybody's watching, you know what I'm saying, make sure the feast of dedication is coming up. Make sure you go to a school near you. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's on the 25th, and I think that's a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go to a school near you, and you know what I'm saying, celebrate your culture with your brothers and sisters, man, the right way, the way God intended on it. So with that, the water. You know what I'm saying, we're gonna close out. I'm gonna say I which means to stand.
La Shala.
Layasha, Slaki. Layashala. Man. Layashala. All right, we're gonna salute the Torah. It's just me and this brother, so gonna do it up here. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Now we finna I'm gonna do another horn brass. My other one said another one just for good measure. Already. Now I'm gonna say Sar. We're gonna turn and face east. We're gonna do the Lord's Prayer. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Quadash,
Kodash,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malakwazka,
Malakwatch,
Taba'ah,
Taba'ah,
Ratazayaka,
Zayaka,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Ba'aratazah,
Baratazah,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Bashemayim,
Shemayim,
Nathamlanawa,
Thanawa,
Lacham,
Lacham,
Call,
Call,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Wasalaknawa,
Wasalaknawa,
Kawathnawa,
Kawathnawa,
Kasalaknawa,
Wasalaknawa,
Kawathinawa,
Kawathnawa,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Taba'aynawa,
Ra'aynawa,
Banasayawan,
Benasayawan,
Abal,
Abal,
Hawashayanawa,
Shaynawa,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Hamalakwath,
Malakwa,
Waha'ala,
Wa'ala,
Wahata Parath,
Watha Parath,
La'awalamyam,
La'awalamyam,
Aman,
Aman,
in the English. Our Father,
our Father,
which art in heaven,
who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom come,
thy will be done,
thy will be done,
in earth as it is in heaven.
in earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our
as
debtors.
we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not to temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom,
thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Star, turn and face the front. Sisters Yeshabium, which means you can be seated. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers. All right. Men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim. Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Yadi Matah. Sar, turning face sisters. Sisters. Amadim, which means to stand. Going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim. Barak. Yahweh Shemal Elathan Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yadi Matah. Dismiss.